篠島、愛知県。
Today, we have come to the island of Shinojima in Aichi prefecture. Although small in size, tourists are attracted to Shinojima because of its beaches, the quality of its seafood, and the opportunity to go fishing in the waters around the island. However, Shinojima is also an island of ancient traditions. Indeed, the island is mentioned in an anthology of classical Japanese poetry from the middle of the 8th century. This is Shinmei Shrine, which has been constructed using timber from the Grand Shrine at
Ise.
The buildings at the
Ise.
Grand Shrine are dismantled and completely rebuilt, and the timber is then shipped to Shinojima. Shinmei Shrine is considered to be a female shrine, while another important shrine on the island, Hachioji Shrine, is considered to be male. Today is January 4th. Around noon on this day, islanders, dressed in various costumes, gather on the foreshore of Naiba Sansan Beach, which is a popular beach in the summer. The men of the island form two lines on the beach, and perform a dance that they have practiced repeatedly since the beginning of the previous year. Normally, this festival takes place over 2 days, January 3rd and January 4th. However, this year, it is held on a single day. The men at the head of the ranks are men who will become 42 years old that year. 42 is traditionally considered to be an unlucky age for men. However, due to a decrease in the island's population, 41-year-old men and 43-year-old men have also been invited to join the group. Following the men of unlucky ages are high school boys from the island. On Shinojima Island, high school students are required to learn dance for this festival. High school students are followed by junior high school and elementary school boys. An important part of this festival is a fishing ritual, known as
大当たり.
However, it is strictly prohibited for non-participants to observe this event. This applies not only to visitors to the island, but also to the islanders themselves. When the
大当たり
begins, the electricity all over the island suddenly goes out. The local power company is requested to temporarily cut off the electricity on the island. During
大当たり
the islanders all switch off their lights. This includes all hotels and inns, and even the street lights. This procession is called a Daimyo Procession because of its appearance. Some of the costumes resemble those worn by Daimyo. That is, the feudal lords who ruled most of Japan between the 10th and the mid-19th centuries. The men in the Daimyo procession bow their heads and kneel to welcome
お神直様。
This procession represents the return of
お神直様。
the male deity back to Hachioji Shrine, which is where the deity is normally enshrined.
お神直様。
Had spent one night at Shinmei Shrine, which is where the female deity is enshrined.
お神直様。
Is held high above the head and swung from the left 5 times in time with the drums. The arrangement of small trees in front of which the men are kneeling is known as
おたなぎ様。
This morning, at around 7, the men of unlucky age gathered at Hachioji Shrine to prepare.
おたなぎ様。
All the men's bad luck will be transferred to the Otanagi-sama. It will then be thrown into the sea and washed away, along with the men's bad luck. Upon hearing the call,
こりよう。
the men of unlucky ages, who had been warming themselves by the bonfire, jumped toward.
おたなぎ様。おたなぎ様。
Is then dragged around 3 times before being released into the sea. It is believed that this act will drive away evil spirits, so it is said that men of unlucky ages must touch
おたなぎ様。
at this time. The procession now proceeds to Hachioji Shrine, where
お神事記様
will be returned to the usual place of enshrinement. When
おたなぎ様
has floated out to sea,
お神事記様
heads towards Hachioji Shrine. After a final dance in front of the shrine,
お神事記様
is placed in the main shrine.